I want you to take a moment to notice the dialogues that you're having with others, maybe even with people who are dead. You know, you may still be pissed off at your father, but notice, or an old boyfriend, or the person who cut you off on the road, notice the dialogues that you're having. Those dialogues, and this you need to do consciously, either need to be ended, and you end a telepathic dialogue by picking a couple you want to have, and every time you notice that dialogue going in, and you'll notice it because you experience it as thought often, but sometimes as feeling, as sensation, you shift it to the dialogue you want to have with the people you want to have it with. Another way to shift a telepathic dialogue is to say, okay, what's my goal here? We're going around in circles, but what is my goal? And then allowing intuition, and often this takes a lot of days and time and awareness. How can I shift this dialogue? So who shouldn't I be talking to? And who do I want to dialogue with differently to get the kind of result I want? So the other part of telepathy is your self-talk. And your self-talk is often still talking to people who have been speaking to you, even if they're dead, but there's also self-talk. They're the judgments you've made your own, and now you use that voice. It's not the other person, you're using that voice. Like my husband does most things perfectly. When he does something wrong, he goes, I'm an idiot. And I'm like, don't talk about my husband that way. Don't you dare talk about him that way. That's self-talk. You know, he's learned that, and that's self-talk. So picking on my poor, delicious husband, some of you know him and know how perfect he is. But now that he can clean a kitchen. But self-talk, but remember, your self-talk needs to be true. It's not, oh, it will be okay, because the subconscious will say, bullshit, don't trust you anymore. Now you got to do some makeup and some cleanup. No, your self-talk has to be true. Yeah, this sucks right now. And let's see what we can do to change it. You're resourceful, if you believe you are. If you don't, then you have to find some other thing to say to yourself. Notice your self-talk. Be careful of your self-talk. And notice how people talk to you in ways that make you feel bad. This is something I've been doing recently. I've been realizing that I allow people to make all these judgments, not all people, but a couple people, to make all these kinds of judgments on me. And because I love them, I just swallow them whole. You know, I'm like, I'm vomiting them now. I'm becoming a judgment bulimic. Now, actually, no, I'm listening. I'm not just swallowing it now. I'm listening. And what you're saying doesn't feel authentic to me. Maybe your opinion doesn't feel authentic for me. I've tried it on. I've entertained it. Doesn't feel authentic to me. So notice the talk around you too. And by the way, society says a lot to us. Because of, you're a woman, society says things. You're a man, you're gay, you're one of many colors, notice that talk, and you don't have to argue. Some things are just not worth arguing about, but you need to notice it and keep it outside your door.